Hi, this is Mike Brown, owner of Death Wish Coffee Company. Welcome to Fueled by Deathcast.
I love Jeff, but sweet and hot. Whoop, Mr. Motorama Coffee Spot.
Death Wish Coffee presents Fueled by Deathcast, the world's strongest podcast. With your hosts, the incredible Jeff and the amazing D-Man.
Your three favorite coworkers,
Go.
starting with me.
Yep.
Three favorite coworkers.
Yep.
Noah.
Ooh. We're getting actual answers.
I like this.
Dustin.
Oh my God.
Oh, there it
Number
is.
2.
I do love Dustin. I love working with Dustin
All
closely.
right, here it is.
I do like our teamwork duo thing that we got going
We work
on.
really well together on top of, like, the BS we see
Yeah.
on a constant, like, nothing too crazy, but we
Yeah.
work really well together.
I know when I need something done, John's the man.
Yeah, it's just straight to it.
I got white knuckles over here. Who's number 3?
Number 3 is Tony.
Okay.
Tony is the man.
All right.
Yeah, I grew a really good relationship with Tony when I first got here. We clicked on a lot of stuff. It just was really easy. We're from, like, the same area.
Yeah.
We grew up with, like, the same family base and background. So
Yeah.
it was, like, real easy to click with that guy.
Cool. So, okay. So
Three least favorite coworkers.
you do not
I
have to
choose
answer.
not to answer that question.
That's how you keep your job, everybody.
Kane, and Kane.
Oh my God. I think I'm leaving this whole thing in. That's going to be great.
All right. And break.
I want to know, starting off, when did you join the team at Death Wish? How long have you been here?
I've been here for a year and 2 months now.
Okay. And you started over on the production side?
I started on the production side.
How big was the production side when you started? How many employees? Do you even remember?
There was 4 of us.
Wow. And how many are there now? We just hired a new guy. So how many are there now?
There is 11 of us.
Wow. So almost tripled.
Almost tripled.
In the year that you...
Within the year.
So what was it like? Take us back about a year and a half ago. What was it like coming in? Had you done anything like you started doing? And we'll get into I want to know, like, kind of what you started doing when you started working for Death Wish, and then we'll get into what you're doing now. But had you done anything like warehouse work like that before?
No. Nothing on the coffee side of warehouse.
Okay.
I've worked at, like, Golub.
Okay.
And, like, so selecting and stuff, I did that, but nothing on the production side, actually, like producing product.
So, which is fun. While we love talking to employees at Death Wish Coffee, is because that is always the answer.
Yeah,
and I love this company.
All different walks of life.
We all come from different walks of life, and our first day on the job is like our first day in life at Death Wish Coffee.
Yeah,
because
it's like being reborn.
Yes.
It's just like you're happy, you want to be here.
Yeah.
The feeling you get from your coworkers, everybody is excited to see you.
Yeah.
You always have that cup of coffee in the morning.
Oh yeah.
The conversation from the night before.
I think I realize what's happening here.
What's that?
We're officially turning into a cult.
Oh, I love it. We wanted to be a cult. I'm excited about
cult
that.
of coffee.
Awesome. When do we get our nice fresh sneakers?
When do we get our nice fresh fruit punch?
Oh yeah, the fruit
Don't
punch.
drink
Don't
the Kool-Aid.
So what was it like? So what was it like a year and a half ago? Like production wise, we had already won the Super Bowl commercial, right?
It was it was just after that. It was
Okay.
a couple months after the Super Bowl. Things were on a steady uprise.
Mm-hmm.
When I came in, we were packed into 3 smaller spaces.
Okay.
We had the Viking in with the K-Cup machine, so it was packing K-Cups. Dave roasted on the other side.
Yeah.
Anything Dave roasted, he grinded at the same time.
Wow.
And we K-Cupped it up, and we packed them down in 10 counts.
And like you said, that was in the old warehouse.
The old warehouse,
Yeah.
there was no 50 counts at that point.
Wow.
Yeah, we brought on we brought on a lot in the last year and a half as far as products.
Crazy.
Yeah, we went big with 50s. They went on up for subscription and stuff like that, and it just blew up from there.
Wow.
And when we moved over here, it was bigger in tenfolds.
Yeah.
You couldn't. It was almost mind-boggling. We weren't ready for what we were taking on almost guys-wise, production side. We didn't.
Yeah.
We were like, oh my gosh, look at all this space to fill.
Yeah, we put on these giant pants and kind of filled them out a little bit over time.
We're still trying to fill these giant pants out because it seems like every other day we're like, you know what? We need a bigger size.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Which is great.
Yeah.
The other question we like to ask concerning the beginning of your career here, had you heard of the company before applying?
Yes.
Okay.
I was actually a fan of the company before I applied. I was dredging the Hudson, and it
But explain
like,
that.
wait, as a hobby?
Yeah.
Or?
as a job, I was dredging the Hudson.
How does one get a job dredging the Hudson?
And I'm always curious, how does one dredge?
Yes.
So we'll start with how I got there.
All right,
I got
all
there
right.
by filling out an application.
Okay.
I joined a union as a permit worker. I became a deckhand.
Okay.
From there, I became an oiler, and I learned how to operate an excavator. And I dug the Hudson for all the bad stuff that was in it.
The obvious question.
Wait, hold on. That we put in it.
Right.
That a big company
The
put in it.
the obvious question: how many bodies did you find?
Ooh, that's a good question.
None.
Okay, my heart skipped a beat for a second because you took a moment and I was like, oh no, he's
He
counting.
had to think about it. He's like,
like, is it 20
not
or
a
is it
full-
25?
Not a
See, I
full
don't wanna
body,
throw-
just a few fingers.
Yeah,
or-
no bodies. I've seen people get really hurt on that job,
Oof.
like to the point they probably should have been a body.
Oh, my
but,
God.
Oh man.
But it was a fun job. I became a fan of Death Wish through that because on the dredges, it was almost in our contract to have coffee on each dredge.
Okay.
And each guide came to the point was, this is the best coffee. It keeps us awake.
Wow.
It keeps us on our job. This is what we want.
That's awesome.
And from that point, I found it. We finished the job, and I was laid off. And I went and I worked at another big box store just to make money. And I actually found a Craigslist post for Death Wish. And I was like,
post on the old Craigslist.
I'm gonna send this really exciting email. Like, hey, I'm excited. I want this. Is there any way I can come in? I got a resume for you.
Yeah.
I spoke with the old HR woman that was here.
Yeah.
Jackie.
Yeah.
Yep. I spoke with Jackie. I came in. Jackie was no longer with us.
She
you
didn't
spoke
die.
with her, and then you spoke with her, and then you came in, and there was a brand new person.
There was Kristen.
It was Kristen.
Yeah.
And then I actually, my first interview was with Mike and John.
Yeah.
I felt they were impressed. I was super excited still. And they called me back a week later and said, hey, man, you start Monday.
Wow.
Did the job meet your expectations? Like when you were thinking about working at Death Wish and like fantasizing water fountains of coffee?
Above and beyond, actually.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I would say above and beyond because I was coming from a spot where I was like making money and I was like, oh, I'm happy about making money.
Yeah.
And then I was in a spot where I was making so much less money. And then I was like, this really sucks.
Right.
And then I got here and I found that middle ground of happiness and making pretty good money. But on top of it, it was just the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people that work here are just exceptional people.
I said to Mike today, I was like, you know, the reason why I love working here so much is because hard work pays off. And it's
Yes.
hard to find a job that does that. I mean, so many jobs I've worked in, it's always the squeaky wheel getting the oil. It's always the people complaining. And it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the people complaining are not the ones working hard 100% of the
Right.
time.
Right.
You know? And here, you know, you put in the work and it comes back.
Yes.
You know, eventually, you know, everybody expects instant gratification, but you know, it's noticed here. That's the biggest thing. If somebody's busting ass, it stands out, and the people up top see it and make it work because, you know, you're now leading the production team.
Correct.
But you were not the first one here.
Right.
You know, we noticed that you were kicking ass real quick. You were going out of your way to make sure things were organized and taken care of. And it was like, this is the dude. We were all saying it in the office. This is the dude who we want to rely on.
Right.
And now we can rely on.
Yeah, and I was blown away when I got that opportunity. It was just like all the hard work and all the time invested, it was like, here you go.
And it'll only get
This is
better.
what you earned. Yeah.
You know?
And that's what I preach to the younger guys that we
yeah.
bring on.
You are, and because this company is so new and so small, you are someone we have been very excited to talk to on this show because you are, and you're. I don't mean to make you blush, but you are the gold standard of what can happen when you put the work in, like Dustin's saying. You know, like you go to your job, you work hard at it, and something that we've talked about on this podcast a lot. Actually, it's not just going and working hard at the job you're doing. Like you said, when you started this job, you were packing K-cups, you know, or packing coffee, you know, packing the ground coffee, and but you come in every day and you figure out more that you can learn, more that you can do, more that you can apply yourself to, going above and beyond, and then look where it brings you. Right. Now you're leading that whole team. So walk us through a little bit. We now know what it was like when you started. Walk us through a little bit now what it's like day to day being the John that you are.
There's a little more added stress in it,
Yeah.
being responsible for guys. Everything kind of comes down back to me.
Mm-hmm.
So what they produce reflects what I
Correct.
laid down to them. And it's not that bad. It's more stressful, like I said, because I'm the guy that has to get the, hey, I'm not coming in today, or
Right.
hey, I don't feel good. And that's all right. It happens.
If you're not stressed, I feel like
You're
that
not-
means you don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you're stressed because you're looking out for more than yourself.
Right.
And if you weren't doing that, you wouldn't be. who
Right.
you are.
Like I said, I have 9 or 10 other guys at this point that I have to look out for and look after.
Right.
And make sure that their morale is good. They got all their stuff to work and produce the best product they can, and continue on with a happy work day.
And that can be tough when you have enough going on in your own life.
Right, totally. And attitudes.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
are so different too. Sometimes, like, you can be the nicest person in the world, and one thing could set someone off. You know, so it's like all the characters that I deal with, and no one has an ego here, though. That's what's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like anybody who does get squeezed out really quick, because I
Yeah.
can think of like a handful of people who did come in here with an ego that are no longer with us.
Yeah, it did not last long. It
Yeah.
just doesn't work out well when you ruffle the feathers of the team. You know,
Yeah.
because we got guys out there that are here on Saturdays, that are here on Sundays.
Right.
Yep.
And they take time out of their weekend to make sure we're once again putting out the best product available
Oh,
to
yeah.
our fans and our customers.
Yeah.
What would you say? Let's say somebody who gets a position like yours and is dealing with a bunch of personalities in an environment like this. What do you think is the best piece of advice as far as dealing with a team and leading a team?
The best advice I can say is be open with your team.
Mm-hmm.
Be open-minded with your team.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff you could say. You just want to make them feel like they're wanted, they're working well. Let them know that they're doing great things.
I'm going to jump to the what fuels you a little quicker than normal.
Fine.
So let's say you're dealing with your own shit, because we all deal with our own shit sometimes. And
Right.
let's say you're having a less than good day. What fuels you to keep on going, to like keep on kicking ass in those moments? What's the one thing that you hold on to that keep you trucking forward?
My daughter.
That's beautiful.
I have a
beautiful
daughter,
answer.
so
How old is she now?
3.
Oh man,
She's great.
you must be a fucking awesome dad.
I try my best. It's
Yeah.
not the easiest thing being a father.
I imagine.
It's not easy, but it's rewarding.
Yeah.
And I think I gained my patience from that.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, though, to strike back on what you're asking. Like, patience is a key thing, too, with it.
Yeah.
But my daughter is hands down my push and my drive. She's just great.
That's cool.
She makes life go, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's nice.
And then coming here, once again, coming here is a great place.
Yeah.
It's a great place to wake up. I'm here an hour early every day.
Yeah.
I want to be here.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, I've never had a job where it's like, all right, I want to be there.
Yeah, I've said that too. I'm still, some of the fresh meat here. I haven't even been here a full year, and it's the first job I've ever had where even when the going gets rough, because a job is a job. I don't care if it's the best job in the world.
even if it's your own business,
right, you're
you
gonna
know?
have bad days. You're gonna have rough days. You're gonna have tough days. You're gonna have stressful days. Even when it's like that, and I get through it, and I go home, and I pour myself a glass of whiskey and I just want to forget that freaking day. I wake up the next day and go, can't wait to get to work.
Yeah,
You know,
I was having that issue. I was having some extra stress with the machine I was working. I wasn't having the best time with it.
Right.
I'd get out of here, and then I'd come back the next day still, big smile.
Yeah.
Back at it. Let's do this. We're still doing what we can. And
That's kind of the other thing that you're an integral part of now. It's not just, leading the production team to, produce the best product that we can, but we have a lot of brand new machinery that it has fallen on your shoulders to kind of, with a wing and a prayer, keep going sometimes.
Yeah, and these are machines that none of us have used before, so it's all new territory.
Do you have any background in machinery or engineering or any of that kind of stuff? Or are you learning that all on the job?
I have a little bit of knowledge from my dredging experience. I took care of all the major equipment on the dredge.
Okay.
I did everything. I changed the hydraulic hoses. I changed the oil on the machines. I did pretty much everything on them. This has more of an intricate. Everything's moving.
Right.
On those things, it was just like oil this, oil that.
Right.
Yeah.
This, it's like
Has a lot of parts on
watch
it.
this, watch this, watch that, watch this, and sometimes it's just overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
We're taking machinery, like we actually, on many episodes ago, we talked about when we first got our new Viking machine, which is, our brand new bagger that bags our coffee, at a much higher rate than, human production can do when it works. And the only reason I say that is because it's a machine that we took and then modified for our needs and are continuing to modify for our needs. So it's a one-of-a-kind thing. It's not like you can go and Google how to fix it when there's a problem.
There's no YouTube instructional video to run this thing. By far, I've definitely learned a lot of it on the fly and from John Swedish himself has taught me. But a lot of it is just tinkering and going at it, and I feel comfortable now at this point. Like, we've been running it really well. It's just it's that.
We'll find new ways to mess it up.
Oh yeah,
things change all the time.
But you know what? I see you over there so much because we work a lot together, and I mean, your job is to take care of the things that aren't working right. So you're dealing with a good amount of issues, and I can tell that you're stressed, but you always keep a smile on your face. Yeah, you're always like, doing great, man. Doing great. Yeah, a little stressed out, but we're going to figure it out, and you're never the dude to throw down the bag of coffee, say, fuck this, I'm leaving.
I've been there. I've been there.
Have we all.
I've been to that exact point, and I timed it perfectly. Mike Brown, John Swedish caught me red-handed and laughed at me. But yeah, I smile because I figure if someone sees me down, maybe that'll drag their day down.
And then you end up in a downward spiral where their day gets worse, which makes your day worse, which makes their day worse.
And then they aggravate you because they're having a bad day, and you're aggravating them with your bad day. It's just, I'd much rather smile at you.
Got to keep that foundation strong, homie.
Yeah, and they're looking at me as well as me relying on them. They're relying on me for moral support, and keeping their morale up. So I'm just going to smile at you. Like, we're going to get through this. We're going to make it to 5 o'clock. We're going to get out of here.
I got a question I've been wanting to ask, actually. Are you familiar with the movie Highlander?
Yes.
Okay. When are you and John Swedish going to have a battle to the death? Because there can only be one John.
Well, Justin just said this to me today out in the warehouse. He goes, he's Swedish now and you're John.
Oh.
Just period. I don't know how he's going to take that, but I'm going to ride with it.
For all you listeners out there around the warehouse, it has always been, at least in my knowledge, it's been John as John Swedish and you are John
right.
to differentiate, who you're talking about. We still haven't figured out how to do that with the Brads yet.
No, we're still in limbo there.
Yeah. It's kind of just Brad, but Brad.
Well, I call.
Okay.
I call him Imposter Brad. But you guys knew him before you knew Brad Tibbs.
Right,
so
no, I've known Brad Thibodeau since I was about 15.
Yeah, I've known Brad Thibodeau for the last time I met him through D-Man, but I've known Brad Gabbro since.
Well, Tibbs He told me that Imposter Brad
Oh.
is the imposter.
See, we're gonna have a lot of Highlander fights.
I think we should do it.
I'm excited about this. I can't wait to get another Jeff.
I'm young and agile.
Let's get an Eric in here. Let's get a Jeff.
Dustin?
No.
No. He's already dead.
Doesn't make sense.
I think Swedish just waves the white flag to me, and he's like, let him have the name.
I did address him as Mr. Swedish today.
Oh.
I don't think he liked it, though.
That would have been a good one.
I've got kind of a tough question for you. Okay. It's something that I wanted to ask you specifically because you are the team leader of the production side. Okay. And Death Wish, the way that we are set up is this, like we've said before, this wonderful family of people who kind of, show up on their first day of life and are born into this job at Death Wish and are all learning on the fly. But we are a two-headed hydra, basically. We are the production side that 100% makes, this monster go and produces this, this wonderful product for everyone to enjoy. And then there is the office side of it is the ones that are, slave to their computers and are making sure that, our websites are right and our social media is right. And, like with me, like with the broadcasting and stuff like that. Do you feel like there is a disconnect between the two sides of this company?
I wouldn't say a disconnect. I feel as if sometimes there's things that go on that we don't feel like we're always involved in.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say a disconnect, though. Because some people I would think, I don't know. It's hard to answer for myself.
Because
I blend with the office and my guys. But there might be some guys that would think that there's a disconnect. I would say so.
It's something that I've been thinking about. Like, again, I've only been here now for a little over 6 months. Right. And it's something that I've been thinking about because I know, me personally, I don't interact with the production side as much as I should, I feel, personally speaking. Because we've got a couple new guys I haven't even met yet. And I feel actually, that's a detriment to
just
me.
one new guy.
It's just one new guy now.
Again, but see, okay, there's the problem right there, and I'm getting that I'm getting that information wrong, just off the cuff. So I feel like that's something. Do you feel? You don't feel personally like there's this huge disconnect, but that there could be that feeling within the two camps. So, what do you think we can do to better that?
Definitely some team building exercises, maybe outside of work. I know there was it was being thrown around like a team building event. Mm-hmm.
I still think that's a good idea.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah, and I'm up for it. I would love it. When we went out to these guys' show, we had a ball. It was mixed together. We all had the opportunity to hang out and not worry about work.
Yeah,
that was nice.
I think that's something that every business needs, and I think it's even more needed with a business like this where we are so small. A lot of people are always saying, Death Wish Coffee, what's our tagline? Roasted locally, enjoyed globally, and that's true, but it's lost on people the actual scope of the size of the company. 26 employees at this point, I believe is the actual number. Let's say 25, 26 employees.
Around that.
I think with a company that small, I think team building is even more necessary because you look at a company like, I go back to this sometimes. If you remember the car company Saturn. Yep. When you'd buy a Saturn, you'd go to the company picnics. They'd invite you to the company picnics, and you'd go to the company picnics, and they'd want their customers to be part of their community. And those company picnics would be thousands and thousands of people, and it'd be, that's a great idea, but you get lost in that crowd.
Right.
Whereas with Death Wish, I think if we do more team building as a team, I think we are this weird, haphazard, extended family, and I think if we work harder to build that, I think the strength, of this two-headed monster will just be unstoppable.
I totally agree.
But.
And no, it's no but, it's an and.
All right.
To give you some advice, Jeff, and to anybody in the office listening, there's times, you're on your computer all day and you hit that point where it's like, I need to step away for a second. Or maybe you have an extra minute. That's where I'll find the time to just go over to the production side and just pack some bags with them for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Chill out, laugh. We get a few good laughs in.
Yeah, we usually bust a good conversation. And
I've never done that, so I would love to learn how to pack some bags.
Not only does it boost production, but then you get a couple laughs out. You get to like reset your brain so you can go back to your computer and do what you
And
need
then
to
you're
do.
planting a seed in whoever you're talking to. You're planting a seed of next time I come back, we have a conversation going. We'll pick back up, and now you've grown a relationship with that person to the point.
I mean,
where,
to me, it's kind of natural because I still have this like Stockholm syndrome with packing K-cups.
Right.
So there's still a small piece
See,
of my brain.
and
that's
that'll
it's
be
like, I gotta do
that'll
this.
that'll be different on my end. Like I really like that idea. I'm gonna next week. I think I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna pull someone aside and be like, teach me to do this thing right now. 'Cause I've personally never worked on a production side.
Okay, we'll qualify you right now. You ready?
All right. Yep.
Can you count to 10?
Maybe. Yes.
Bam. He's in.
You're in.
In.
You got
In.
it. You got
Give
it.
him a bag and some nitrate gloves.
Yeah.
Packing.
Okay. I'm in.
Bam.
And like I
Beard
said,
net.
if
Yeah.
there's any other office workers listening to this, do that.
Yeah,
None
come
of-
visit us. We
None
love
of
you guys.
None of the office workers listen to this podcast.
They'll see it again later.
Sierra,
I'm
I
gonna
know
share
you're
it.
listening.
Yeah, we know Sierra's listening.
Hi, Sierra.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot there. It's just something that's a personal question I've been thinking about lately, and it's something that I wanted to ask someone in your position. You know, I can ask someone who might be brand new on the production side or in the office. You know, we have a couple new office workers too. You know, and the answer would be a definite yes. I don't because I don't know anybody
Yeah,
yet.
totally.
You know? But someone that is leading that team, I was curious to hear that answer. So thank you very much for
Anytime, man.
And I also think we have a good structure of employees where there's people in between. For example,
Yes.
you know, Brad is literally in between the warehouses here. He's a great communication between the two
Totally.
teams.
We need to get him one of those little scooters because he's constantly back.
No,
back.
that's not allowed.
You're
and I'll
right.
tell you why.
OSHA does not approve.
Not just OSHA, but
You can't.
Eric the dad,
Eric the OSHA.
because
He got rid of all skateboards as well at one point.
Dustin still has a skateboard.
I still no. We
hide that.
have a warehouse over there that I need to tend to every now and
Yes,
then.
I
It's
know.
great to skate across the parking lot to
I
get
know.
there. I actually love the excuse to ride over there every now
Can
and
I just
then.
call Eric Donovan out though? And for those of you who don't know who we're talking about, listen to episode 2 of this podcast. It's Eric Donovan, one of the oldest employees of this one. He is the dad. He's very, very concerned about everyone's safety, which is great. Made sure that nobody's rolling around through the warehouse with forklifts and huge pallets of 15,000
totally
pounds of coffee.
dangerous. It's totally dangerous.
Are everywhere, and I totally get that. But this is the same man now who sits on a rolling ball at his desk.
So
I can't believe how ugly that thing is. It's
If I
ridiculous.
remember, I'm going to put a picture of it up right now so you guys can see his new
It's
chair.
so comfortable, though.
it is
so comfortable.
It's so ugly though.
Yes.
It's so ugly.
Very.
So shout out to Eric the dad. But yeah, when we first came into this warehouse, it was a big, giant, beautiful, empty warehouse.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't even have rack shelving up.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. We might have just gotten the forklift, but there wasn't
Anything to lift.
Yeah.
Nothing to live.
And I would
or
just-
put it anywhere higher. It was
Just
We were, like,
tear
running-
through this warehouse on a skateboard. It
Yeah.
was so much
Running
fun.
through walls of boxes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was just awesome.
Yeah. So
No more.
Well, I'm glad that it's safer. I'm glad that it's safer. But you're right. There are people who do like that, like Brad, who really are constantly back and forth and back and forth.
And me
back and
too.
forth.
I'm over there all the
Yeah.
time. Eric's there over there all the time.
Yep. John is back and like John Swedish. He's back and forth all the time.
When he's not in the parking lot smoking. Talking on his car phone.
Calling
loudly.
him out. We'll see if John.
out.
We'll see if John is Swedish is listening. To
He's
this.
not listening. You're a son of a bitch.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! We love everybody here. We're a big happy family, except for when we're
except
not.
for John Swedish. He's
Except
a
for
son of
when
a
we're not.
bitch.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's the fantasy football son of a bitch.
Yes, he is. So that's something that's
Yeah,
been
speaking
bringing
of
the
which-
team
speaking of
together.
which,
We've
let's
had a
talk
couple
about that.
people talking about that on the show. Actually, we are in the thick of fantasy football. Are you playing fantasy?
I'm in there.
He's
You're in it?
winning.
You're
I'm,
winning.
I've turned my season around.
Okay.
I was 0-3, and now I'm on the way to kicking Taya's ass.
So before this season started, we had Anthony on, and he's running the whole thing. And he was talking about how he runs a tight ship with fantasy football, and that he didn't know really what was going to happen, but the strong contenders were Kane and Eric because of years prior. And what is it looking like now? You're coming up. Is that the?
I'm on the come up here.
All right.
We got Eric Donovan. We've been beating him up a little bit.
Good.
Yeah, Eric Donovan.
Oh.
And then Kane.
Hashtag Eric Donovan.
I whipped Kane pretty bad last week.
All right.
He didn't come to work Monday.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
And then,
Love this.
but yeah, Tony runs a tight ship. He's doing okay.
Yeah.
Who's winning? Who's
John Swedish.
John Swedish
and
is in the set.
That son of a bitch.
and Jeff Levac.
Oh, the guy from ESPN.
Yeah,
Radio
ESPN.
who's
He's leading his division.
Shout out to ESPN Radio and Jeff Levac for helping us out with this fantasy football thing.
And John Swedish is running our division. He's 5-1. And then there's 3 of us in second place. Me,
Wow.
Imposter Brad, and Daniel Snyder, some guy he won our competition to be in our fantasy football.
Oh,
with
so
us.
he's right up in there.
He's
huh?
right up in there. Yeah, him and Taya tied last week, and then they did an adjustment on scores.
I heard that. I heard
and
about
they
that.
gave him 1 point, and he won.
She would not shut up about it.
Speaking of
Because her
not
team sucks.
Speaking of not shutting up about it, it's funny because like in the office now, Monday and Tuesday happen, and we're like, okay, we got these things that are coming out this week. We have to get this social media up. We have to make sure that the website's ready and all these different apps are ready. And when Wednesday starts to hit, like around noon, maybe 1, 2 o'clock, I'll be sitting at my computer and I'll just start hearing football. And by like 5 p.m. on Wednesday, it's like football. Yeah. He's gonna throw the football, then he's gonna catch the football, and then he's gonna spike the football.
See how many footballs he got?
And then because then usually the first game is Thursday,
Right.
and then so Thursday
Is that how it's been going? I haven't caught the pattern
When we
yet.
were children, football was a Sunday thing.
That's
now football is Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So it is football forever. So starting Wednesday, football just starts to go, and to the point where like we're recording this on a Friday, and it's just constant. It's like we have to roast more coffee. Football, and we got to make sure that these posts go out. Football.
Yeah, totally. That's our week.
Yeah.
Right now, this is keeping us going.
So what's the secret to winning fantasy football there?
Luck. It's all
Patience.
It's all luck, and there's a
is.
little bit of researching to do.
Yeah.
Going into it, matchups make sense when you're looking at it.
Is Mike in on
Mike's
it?
in it.
How's he doing?
He has a solid team.
Ah.
He doesn't trade. We were all trying to move pieces, and Mike is not the one to trade.
No, it's mine.
I think he made one trade with Eric Donovan, and it was the worst mistake Donovan made. One of the bad mistakes he made because he gave up a piece.
There you go.
But Mike's doing pretty good. I think he's in like second or third. Wow. I don't think we'll see him in playoffs. I love you, Mike. But
Well,
no.
I'm glad. I'm glad that something like that, can bring the team together. Outside of stuff like fantasy football and stuff like that, and outside of working in coffee, what do you like to do for fun? You got any hobbies or
I
what?
play a lot of video games.
Yeah.
What are you playing right now?
Yeah. What's
Right now, I'm playing NBA 2K18.
nice? What's your team?
The Lakers.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to get into Destiny.
The Destiny 2 that just came
Yeah, the
out?
guys in the warehouse are into it, so
Yep.
I'm trying to get into that with
Yeah.
them.
Well, I'm definitely going to rope you in then, now knowing this, into our new Twitch. We are at Deathwish Coffee on Twitch. If you guys do that, we're going to start really hitting that very strongly, doing lots of streams a week. Dustin and I are actually creating another show that we're going to start streaming on Twitch, talking about video games and fun, nerdy things.
We're going to cuss a lot.
Cuss a lot.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say-
gonna be
enjoy
great.
We're going to
cussing
say
a lot.
horrible things about all of our coworkers.
I want in. I want in.
But no, we actually, the day that Destiny 2 came out, you guys can go over to deathwishcoffee.com or twitch.tv/deathwishcoffee, and you can see the day that Destiny 2 came out. Imposter Brad, as you call him, and myself actually streamed that at midnight when it came out and checked it out.
That's awesome.
I don't play that game either, but a lot of fun to watch.
Think
Yeah,
about it.
There's like The
Yeah.
magic and slicing and shooting.
Like, I love playing video games. I'm a huge fan of playing video games, but one of the reasons why I love this whole Twitch thing is because I'm a fan of watching video games. In fact, speaking of Imposter Brad again, we were roommates for a very long time, and we would switch on and off where, like, I would play a game and he would be, like, my couch dude who would, like,
Your
help
wingman.
me out, right? And then he would play a game and I'd be the couch dude and, like, help him out. And, like, I loved doing that. It's like, it's almost like I'm playing the game, but I don't have to worry about it. I can just be like, go in there, open that chest, shoot that guy in the face. Like,
You got him.
Yeah, you got him.
Great shot, buddy.
Jeff, since we're being so candid on this episode,
Okay.
can I make a confession?
Okay.
It enrages me to watch you play video games.
To watch me play video games? Because I'm
enrages.
so. Is it because of I'm so meticulous the way I play a video game?
No, because you're so terrible at it.
You're the guy looking for all the secret stuff in the beginning.
I'm
and-
not really that terrible at it.
Dude,
but
you make me motion sick.
Oh,
no. Really bad.
The screen is.
Yeah,
I do enjoy it. I don't know. I'm not the one to say that I'm like the best at video games or everything, but I definitely enjoy playing video
you're not
games.
good at any video game.
That is
Ooh.
untrue. That is untrue.
There's someone that is so cocky in the warehouse, though. Noah, if you say
Yes.
any game,
Yeah.
dude, I'm the greatest.
I'm the greatest.
I'm the best ever. When I pick that up, you guys are done. I'm like, come on, man. Like, you're so cocky.
If you get Dead or Alive going in here or Soul Calibur,
Oh, we're gonna do Soul Calibur. I mean, that's already on the docket. We've got, in fact,
everybody's dead.
yeah, we've got a couple different
listen,
versions of Soul
Nobody
Calibur.
stands a chance.
We got a couple different versions of that game that we're going to start streaming because that game is a lot of fun. That's one of my favorite fighting games.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not the greatest at that game, but I can hold my own at
it's a
Soul
great game.
Calibur. I've fought you a bunch, and I can hold
Lost
my
every single
that is
time.
not true.
That is so.
That is
I remember
not
it being
true.
like 42-2. It got ridiculous
on the
that
new
night.
one.
On the new one,
Yeah.
What would I?
The one the last one we played, you beat my butt, but
I always beat your butt.
that's not true.
That's an easy thing
Tune
to claim.
into Twitch. You're going down, D-man.
It's going down.
It's gonna be
Sunday.
embarrassing.
Video games are great. I love living in the world that we live in now because I remember being a kid playing Nintendo and Atari and, wishing that the cartoons I watched at the time were the video games I couldn't play.
Right.
And now the video games I'm playing are leaps and bounds better than those cartoons ever were.
And plus, they're your cartoons.
Yeah.
Too. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
this is great.
Yeah. It's really great. So
I love where the video game world has gone in general. and,
yeah.
man,
And that's why we want to fuel the video game world because we know a lot of you gamers out there, are sucking down, like those chemical laden
Sugary, no good.
sodas and all that stuff. It's like we got Deathwish coffee for you. We'll keep you up all night and we'll get you guys
It's
to beat that
natural.
game.
It's organic.
Yeah.
Don't give yourself diabetes.
Yeah.
Drink Deathwish
Yeah,
coffee.
you don't want the sugar.
That's right. We'll get Wilford Brimley on the phone and we'll have him do another commercial for
He's
us.
got beaties.
Dude, I can't thank you enough.
Wait, we have a question.
What's the question?
It's the question that we ask every
Oh, you're
employee.
right. I was going to end it, but you're right. This is the question we always end everyone, and I don't want no pussy answer from you.
Whoa, bring it on.
All right. Deathwish or Valhalla Java?
Deathwish.
Says the man in the Valhalla Java t-shirt right
I
now.
love me some Valhalla, but
You got to admit, anything with the Viking on it
Yeah.
is pretty
It's
badass.
awesome. And you didn't even hesitate. You might be the one who answered that the quickest. I
Yeah.
know I say that every time, but the last few employees we've had have actually given us answers. The first few employees we asked that,
yeah, there's no
Well, if you want,
OG all day.
OG all day.
All day.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
It's better than any coffee I've ever had. It gets me going.
And when you say all day, you mean all day? You'll drink it in the afternoon?
We drink coffee all day,
All right.
non-stop. I'm picking up K-cups all day and cleaning out the Chemex on that side.
When I was working production, I would always end up drinking way too much coffee.
That's what's great about this company is the product fuels the people who are creating the product for you.
Just
It's an
a life
upward
cycle.
spiral.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's an up. It's not one of them downward spirals.
It's going up.
Straight up upward spiral. So that's excellent.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite, hands down. Everything else is like Valhalla's a nice change of pace.
Yes. I say that too.
When I want to get punched straight in the face and I want to get myself moving, I'm going Death Wish.
Awesome. Awesome.
I will allow you to end this podcast.
Awesome.
now,
Well,
Jeff.
I was just going to say thank you so much for taking time and talking with us. We always ask people, and you do not have to answer this, but if you are social media savvy, is there anything that you'd like to shout out for people to follow you in a social media setting?
Yeah, you can follow me on Facebook at John Bennett Jr.
All right.
Or on Twitter at DWCC_John John.
There you go. Awesome. I'll put those up as well. Again, man, you know, I just love having you here.
Yeah, I love you guys too. This has been awesome.
Yes.
Like, I enjoyed this.
Awesome, man.
Have me back.
We will. We will.
My dude.
This has been Fueled by Deathcast, a Death Wish Coffee Company podcast production. Thanks for listening.